What's up, guys? It's 5 Brick Guys. Today we're gonna go across several medieval lands and building 6 different armies with Lego. Anyways, let's get started. So our first army is going to be the Vikings, and these Vikings are actually super easy to make because you can use a variety of different themes, including Marvel, icons, and other things like that. And so yeah, and Lego's been making a lot of Lego Vikings. I'll tell you about that later. Anyways, our next army is going to be the Lion Knights, and they live in the Lion Knight Castle. And this is their second in command. And these are a whole bunch of knights I created, all with like gold highlights, and red and blue are like clothing. And then we also have some archers, which I actually made 3 of those guys. And yeah, but yeah, we have a very big army with lots of knights. That guy's missing an arm because I couldn't find him an arm, and I decided he lost it in battle. We also have a bunch of spearmen, and all in all, it's 24 knights. But anyways, we gotta move out of the way to make the battlefield, which is gonna be the Viking village, which is what Lego's been making a lot of recently. And this is a super awesome set. And through the giant oak doors, we have a throne room with like a huge fire pit, and then we have this place for smoking fish and a rope bridge. And this has this really cool play feature for the bellows, because whenever you push the bellows, the fire goes up like it actually does in real life. But anyways, this is where the Vikings are going to be living. And you would think that no one would want to harm this peaceful area, but it turns out that they are going to die. And so spam the comments with RIP Viking Village. Anyways, and so then I added our army, and it's absolutely overwhelming the Vikings, and it's not likely that they will survive. Our third army is going to be the Black Falcon Knights, and this is a standard Black Falcon Knight, and I pulled out this guy from a different video I made, which you guys should definitely watch after this one. And I just created a variety of people. You can use like any blue body and just put a armor in front of it, and it actually looks like a Black Falcon Knight as long as you have the legs. But yeah, I created a whole bunch of knights. And then I also created a whole bunch of these spearmen and guards with axes and shields. And then we also have the flag bearer who has a spear on his back and a helmet, and here's his flag, and he also has one of their classic shields. And so yeah, and then we created some archers, and I got a couple of these from the new CMF minifigure series 24, and fixed it a little bit because her cape is just super awesome. And then we have the horse, which has this really cool clothing. Anyways, and there's quite a few knights there. And then now we're going to create our base, which is going to be this rocky terrain with nothing on it. But I decided to make it a little more not bland, and so I added more fire. And I also added this tent you can make from only 3 pieces. Anyways, I put that there, and I also stuck a chain on top of that, and then a skeleton attached to the chain, because they're fighting the orcs, which I've done lots of different videos about. And as you guys know, I have a pretty massive collection. Most of them are knockoff, though. You can go on Amazon, and you can just get massive amounts of these guys, and they're pretty realistic, and they're pretty good. But anyways, I created this half, and I actually doubled it. And these guys are sworn enemies. And yeah, so we got them just everywhere, but they're just not as coordinated as the Black Falcon Knights, so it's likely that the Black Falcon Knights will win. Our third scene, our last scene, is going to be this giant base, which I got from a thrift store. And then I added this rocky thing on it, and then I also added a castle with ivy on it. I think it looks pretty good base. But they're fighting the Horse Knights, and this is a spearman. And I also created a bunch of these horse knights. And then here's the leaders of the horse knights. The horse knights have white and blue and silver colors. And yeah, I got a lot of these from this castle that came out recently. But they're fighting the crown knights. And so I created their leader and all of their army. And they are gonna fight on this land. And these guys are very skilled fighters, but they're actually pretty equal. But only one will win today. So yeah, I put them all there, and this is what it looked like. I feel like it looked really awesome. And whenever you put them all together, it just looks so cool with a medieval vibe. But that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. That would be awesome.